Everybody, J2O back for a weekly forward forecast for the week of the 10th to the 15th. So to start things off, last week was crazy. We had an election, Donald Trump's the president, so the market definitely reflect a lot of changes and heavily impacts due to the decision making. And we should see some of that play out again this week when the market opens up. So, like we do every week, we check out forwardfactor.com and see the news events for the week that's impacting the currencies and pairs. So, for Sunday, nothing too crazy going on. And then Monday's Veterans Day, a US holiday, so the banks are closed. So, the USD pairs should be slow. Also, a Canadian holiday. So, for a bank holiday, so it's also going to be slow if you trade the Canadian pairs as well as the French. The Euro since it's a French bank holiday. And then Tuesday should be more move in the market after these banks are open up. So Tuesday, you got some decent news events, nothing too crazy, I would say. But Wednesday's the day to look out for. We have a lot of data for New York session affecting the USD pairs. You got the core CPI, um, data that should impact the news events during New York heavily impacted, so just be mindful, as well as employment change, unemployment rate for the AUD pairs during easing session. And Thursday, more news events, definitely the US session when it opens 8:30, a lot of news, unemployment claims, etc. And then you have the Fed Chair Powell speaks around 3 p.m. So just be mindful of what's going to occur because it could definitely impact the market. And then we have Friday where there's some decent news. You got GBP news during London session, and then obviously New York session got USD pairs, the core retail sales. So pretty much I would say from Wednesday on, expect decent movements and just be careful if you're scalping in the market. So now let's look at certain pairs. Let's look at Euro CHF. So last week, this pair definitely dropped down for a downtrend due to the news impacts and all that happened with election and everything. It shut the market down. So we're in an interesting area. We have an area with a lot of wicks. So two things can happen. We could literally, try to create some type of support and then come back up this week to create a potential new high. Or the second option, we could literally continue downwards, retrace, and continue breaking for a new lower low to retest previous lows. So that's an option. So just gonna be mindful, see how the market reacts or Monday, Tuesday around the zone area. If we're gonna create support or we're gonna, break through and continue for the downtrend. And now let's look at GBP, JPY. So GBP, JPY, based off the news events last week, we came like downtrend, but this pair been very bullish overall. So I'm just gonna be mindful, see how the market reacts to the zone area. If we're gonna create some type of, retracement reversal candle to shoot back to the upside. So I'm gonna be mindful around the 78.6 retracement zone area. So I'm just gonna be mindful to see how the market reacts. We could literally create some type of support early this week and then shoot up, or we could literally, come down, come back up, and shoot back down. That's also an option. So when market, you gotta trade what you see, not what you think, and pay attention to structure formations. And let's look at US 30. So US 30 is very bullish due to the election results. All this was due to the election, the shot up, and we're definitely for bullish momentum to, you know, continue to end the year. So right now I'm focusing on buy opportunities, but if I go down to the 15-minute, I'm going to try to see or be patient to see if we do come retrace down here, create some type of support and shoot back up. So I'm focusing only on buy opportunities, but I'm trying to wait to see if it's going to be retracement. That could be an option for retracement, or we could literally continue to open up and create a new high before we come down. So just be mindful. And those who trade gold, so gold, just focus on sell opportunities. If we come up here, great. Now look for sell down, or we can literally just continuation down and then come up. So gold, I'm just observing, not really trading gold, but gold and USD are usually inversely related. So they kind of go opposite directions at times. And Euro AUD, it's a 4-hour chart. We have a lot of movement to the downside, but obviously Friday, we started to retrace up. So this week, I'm just gonna be mindful because we are heavily on the downtrend, but we could literally, continue to come up some more and then shoot back down. That's an option. Or we could literally, do a continuation to the downside. So this pair overall to the downside. And same thing for Euro New Zealand on the 4-hour chart. This one is observing. We pretty much could do two options. We can literally, do the continuation to the downside, create a new low, or we could like come up a little bit before we shoot back down. But ultimately, I'm just looking for sell opportunities. And last but not least, let's look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin right now is at 79,843. So just focus on buy opportunities for Bitcoin. And just be patient to see where it's going to retrace potentially. So if we decide to retrace down some more, I'm going to buy to the upside. But sometimes it might not come down. So you just got to readjust your analysis and just go with the flow. So that's all I say for Bitcoin. You just got to focus on buy opportunities to be on the safe side. And then for GBPUSD, it's in an interesting area where we retraced last week down here. So two things can happen. We could continue waiting to downside create a new low and then retrace up and then come back down. Or we could slowly begin this week to come back up just to come back down. So ultimately, overall looking for sell opportunities, but I'll see how the week plays to decide when I'll look for sell opportunities. Since we are on a downtrend right now for GBPUSD. So that's pretty much what I see this week, what I'm focusing on this week. Definitely gonna be mindful of trading after Tuesday and see how the market plays and plays over the weekend, see what happens due to the events that happened prior week and over the weekend. So that's pretty much it. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think.